Welcome to Love Science Today, the podcast where we explore modern relationships through psychology, sociology, philosophy, and real human behavior. Here we study attraction, intimacy, boundaries, and emotional safety in the age of digital connection. If you want to understand love on a deeper level, you are in the right place. Let us begin. This episode is titled Breadcrumbing: Why Tiny Doses of Attention Can Keep You Emotionally Hooked. They never completely choose you, but they never completely leave either. A message arrives just when you are beginning to move on. A late night thinking about you, a heart on your story, a vague promise to meet, a burst of affection followed by another stretch of silence. And suddenly hope is alive again. This is breadcrumbing, one of the most psychologically powerful patterns in modern dating. In this episode of Love Science Today, we go beyond simply identifying breadcrumbing as a red flag. We examine why inconsistent attention can sometimes become more psychologically compelling than consistent affection. We explore intermittent reinforcement, dopamine and reward prediction, attachment anxiety and ambiguity, sunk costs and loneliness, digital communication and fantasy, the dangerous gap between attention and intention. You will discover why someone can give you very little and still occupy enormous emotional space, why intelligent people remain trapped in ambiguous connections, how social media makes breadcrumbing easier, and why the occasional affectionate message can reset weeks of emotional progress. Most importantly, we examine how to escape the cycle without playing games, becoming emotionally cold, or pretending you never cared. Because someone remembering you occasionally is not the same as someone building a relationship with you. Attention is not commitment. Contact is not consistency. Potential is not partnership. Welcome back to Love Science Today, the podcast where we examine attraction, intimacy, dating and relationships through psychology, sociology, philosophy, and observable human behavior. I'm your host, Kehinde Ojo. Today, I want to begin with a phone. Not a relationship, not even a date, just a phone sitting beside you. You haven't heard from this person for 6 days. 6 days ago, you promised yourself you were finished. You told your friend, I can't keep doing this. You stopped checking their profile. You started accepting what their behavior had been telling you. Then your phone lights up. Hey stranger, been thinking about you. How are you? And look at what happens. Within seconds, the emotional system you were trying to quiet comes back online. Maybe they do care. Maybe they were genuinely busy. Maybe this time will be different. Maybe you shouldn't give up yet. One tiny message has just purchased another week of your emotional attention. That is what we're discussing today, breadcrumbing. And I want to go much deeper than simply saying, if they wanted to, they would. Human behavior is more complicated than that. The more interesting question is, why can so little attention sometimes create so much attachment? Breadcrumbing is the intermittent provision of enough romantic or emotional attention to maintain another person's interest without providing the consistency, clarity, or investment necessary to build a genuine relationship. Think about that definition carefully. The important word is not affection, it is intermittent. Breadcrumbing may look like a message every few days, flirting without progression, talking about dates that never become concrete, reappearing whenever you begin withdrawing, sending affectionate messages but avoiding conversations about commitment, watching every Instagram story while barely participating in your actual life, saying, we definitely need to see each other soon, but never suggesting Tuesday at 7. Breadcrumbing operates in the space between presence and absence. There is enough presence to create hope, but enough absence to create uncertainty. And psychologically, that combination can be extremely powerful. Here is where behavioral psychology becomes useful. Imagine two machines. Machine A gives you 1 pound every time you press the button. Machine B gives you nothing most of the time, but occasionally, unpredictably, it gives you 10 pounds. Which machine becomes more psychologically compelling? Often, machine B. Why? Because unpredictable rewards can produce persistent behavior. This principle is known as intermittent reinforcement. The reward is not guaranteed. And precisely because it isn't guaranteed, you keep checking. Dating can create a similar pattern. Monday, affection. Tuesday, silence. Wednesday, silence. Thursday, a flirtatious message. Friday, warmth. Weekend, disappearance. Then Tuesday, miss you? Your brain begins learning. Keep waiting. The reward eventually returns. This doesn't mean romantic attachment is identical to gambling. Human relationships are vastly more complicated, but the behavioral principle helps explain something important. Inconsistency does not always weaken attachment immediately. Sometimes it intensifies pursuit. Dopamine is often described online as the pleasure chemical. That is an oversimplification. Dopamine plays an important role in motivation, learning, reward anticipation, and reward prediction. Your brain isn't merely responding to receiving something pleasant, it is learning. When might the reward arrive? This is why checking your phone can become compulsive. You don't know when the message will come, so you check. Nothing. 20 minutes later, check again. Nothing. Then suddenly, their name. That uncertainty makes the arrival emotionally significant, and this helps explain a strange experience many people have. Someone who communicates inconsistently can occupy more mental space than someone who communicates reliably. Not because the inconsistent person necessarily has greater compatibility with you, because uncertainty demands cognitive attention. Your mind wants resolution. This distinction could save people months or even years. Attention and intention are not the same thing. Someone can text you, flirt with you, sleep with you, miss you, find you attractive, enjoy your company, think about you, and still have absolutely no intention of building a relationship with you. We often bundle these behaviors together. We think, if they're contacting me, there must be something here. There probably is something there. But the question is, what? Attraction, loneliness, habit, sexual interest, emotional comfort, validation, boredom, genuine romantic intention? These are not interchangeable. Stop asking only, do they like me? Start asking, what are they consistently building with me? That is a much better question. Consider Emily and James. They meet online. The first 2 dates are excellent. James is funny, affectionate, and attentive. After the second date, he texts, I haven't connected with someone like this in ages. Emily feels encouraged. Then something changes. James becomes inconsistent, 2 days without contact. Then, sorry, crazy week. They talk for an hour, another 5 days pass. Then James sends, you looked amazing in your photo. Emily feels the connection return. She suggests meeting. James replies, absolutely, soon. But nothing gets arranged. 2 weeks later, he sends another message, then disappears again. 3 months pass like this. Now ask yourself, what relationship exists? Very little. But what psychological relationship exists inside Emily? A substantial one. She's thinking, waiting, interpreting, remembering the first dates, imagining what could happen, discussing James with friends, checking whether he's viewed her stories. The external relationship is small. The internal relationship is enormous. This is one of breadcrumbing's most important features. The person doesn't necessarily occupy much space in your calendar. They occupy space in your mind. Breadcrumbing survives on potential. You are rarely attached only to what is happening. You become attached to what you believe could happen. James isn't consistently dating Emily, but Emily remembers the first 2 dates. Those dates become evidence. He can be attentive. He can communicate. He can make me feel special. Therefore, maybe that version of him will return. This creates one of the most expensive mistakes in dating, evaluating somebody according to their best moments instead of their dominant pattern. A relationship is not the best weekend you had together. It is not the beautiful message they sent at 1:17 in the morning. It is not the promise they made after 3 glasses of wine. A relationship is the pattern. If you have anxious attachment tendencies, inconsistency can be especially activating. When connection becomes uncertain, the attachment system may intensify proximity-seeking behavior. You think more, you contact more, you seek reassurance. You become increasingly sensitive to small changes. Then the person returns. Relief. This matters because you may interpret the relief as love. But sometimes what you're experiencing is simply the temporary removal of anxiety. There is a profound difference between this person makes me feel wonderful and this person temporarily stops the distress their inconsistency helped create. Those can feel surprisingly similar. Now we need nuance. Not everyone who breadcrumbs is sitting at home developing an elaborate manipulation strategy. People may breadcrumb for different reasons. Some enjoy validation, some are lonely, some fear commitment but dislike complete separation. Some want multiple romantic options available. Some genuinely don't know what they want. Some enjoy you but don't want enough with you to commit. Some are conflict avoidant. Some deliberately use intermittent attention to maintain access and control. But here is something important. You do not need to diagnose their motive before responding to their behavior. People waste enormous amounts of time asking, why are they doing this? Sometimes the more useful question is, what is this pattern doing to me? Modern technology makes breadcrumbing extraordinarily easy. Before smartphones, maintaining someone's romantic attention required greater effort. Today, you can maintain psychological presence with almost no relational investment. Micro-intimacy actions include liking a story, sending a fire emoji, reacting to a photograph, writing, looking good, sending, we need to catch up. Total investment, perhaps 12 seconds. Emotional effect on the recipient, potentially 12 hours. That asymmetry matters. Digital communication has created what we might call micro-intimacy, tiny signals that resemble connection, but require almost none of the responsibility associated with genuine intimacy. Someone can remain visible in your life without meaningfully participating in it. Now we need to be careful. Not every delayed message is breadcrumbing. Adults have jobs, children, deadlines, family responsibilities, illness, stress. People travel. People become overwhelmed. Healthy relationships do not require constant digital access. So how do you distinguish busyness from breadcrumbing? Look for the pattern. A busy but interested person may say, "This week is terrible, but I'm free Sunday afternoon. Want to grab coffee?" Notice what happened, constraint plus intention. A breadcrumber often gives you crazy busy LOL. Definitely soon though. No plan, no progression, no alternative. The difference is not communication frequency alone, it is relational direction. Suppose you've been talking to someone for 8 months. You know it's going nowhere, but leaving now means confronting a painful thought. What was the last 8 months for? So you stay another month, then another. This resembles the sunk cost effect. We sometimes continue investing because we've already invested, but past investment cannot justify future loss. If you spent 8 months in ambiguity, the solution is not necessarily to spend 12. Time already spent is gone. The question is, given what I know today, would I choose this relationship again? That question can be uncomfortable. It can also be liberating. The damage isn't only disappointment. Repeated ambiguity can change how you perceive yourself. You may begin asking, why am I not enough? What does she have that I don't? Why won't he choose me? What do I need to change? Notice the psychological shift. Their inability or unwillingness to commit becomes evidence in a trial against your worth. But another person's romantic decision is not an objective measurement of your value. Compatibility isn't a ranking system. Rejection isn't a laboratory test proving inferiority. Someone can genuinely like you and still not choose a relationship with you. Painful? Absolutely. But clearer than converting their ambivalence into a verdict about yourself. Imagine eating a full meal. Someone offers you a cracker. Fine. Now imagine you haven't eaten for 3 days. That cracker becomes significant. Emotional scarcity works similarly. When your life contains friendship, purpose, family, community, meaningful work, hobbies, and self-respect, inconsistent romantic attention has less power. But when romantic validation has become your primary emotional food source, crumbs feel like meals. This is why escaping breadcrumbing isn't only about blocking someone. Sometimes you need to examine the scarcity surrounding the relationship. What disappeared from your life while you were waiting for this person? Friends, dating opportunities, sleep, exercise, creativity, confidence, peace. Rebuilding those things reduces the psychological value of the breadcrumb. There is a simple way to learn a great deal about ambiguous relationships. Introduce clarity. Say, I enjoy spending time with you, but I'm looking for something consistent. If that's not what you're looking for, I respect that, but this arrangement doesn't work for me. Then watch. Don't debate. Don't persuade. Observe. Someone who genuinely wants connection may discuss it, clarify their intentions, and begin matching words with behavior. Someone who primarily wants access without responsibility may resist. They may say, why are you putting pressure on this? Why can't we just enjoy things? Let's see where it goes. After 6 months, where exactly is where it goes? Clarity threatens breadcrumbing because ambiguity is the environment in which breadcrumbing survives. There is another trap. You realize someone is breadcrumbing you, so you search online. How long should I wait before replying? Should I make them jealous? Should I leave them on red? Now you are still organizing your behavior around them. You've simply changed strategy. The goal is not to become better at manipulation. The goal is to become better at discernment. You don't need to punish someone for being unable to offer what you need. You need to stop building your emotional life around what they cannot offer. Here is a practical framework. Describe the pattern without excuses. Not they've been stressed. Instead, we have communicated inconsistently for 4 months and plans rarely materialize. Facts first. Identify what you actually want. Casual, exclusive dating, relationship, marriage. You cannot evaluate whether someone meets your needs if you refuse to name those needs. Communicate once clearly. No 20-paragraph manifesto. Keep it to simple clarity. Observe behavior after the conversation. Do not look at promises. Look at behavior. Establish a threshold. How long are you willing to remain in uncertainty? Without a threshold, ambiguity can become permanent. Remove intermittent reinforcement if necessary. Sometimes healing requires stopping the cycle of disappearing and reappearing. Not as punishment, as emotional hygiene. Here is the question I want you to remember. If this person's behavior never improved, would I still choose this relationship? Not if they healed, or if work became easier, or if they finally realized, or if they stopped being afraid. No. Exactly as they are behaving today. Would you choose it? Because sometimes we aren't dating the person, we're dating their hypothetical future. And unfortunately, you cannot build a present relationship with a future version of somebody. Breadcrumbing teaches us something bigger than dating. It teaches us how human beings respond to uncertainty. We don't always become attached to what gives us the most. Sometimes we become attached to what keeps us waiting for more. That is why clarity can initially feel painful. Clarity removes fantasy, but fantasy is expensive when reality cannot support it. So remember, a text is not commitment. A compliment is not investment. Missing you is not choosing you. Watching your stories is not participating in your life. And somebody returning is not evidence that they intend to stay. You deserve to evaluate love by more than its most exciting moments. Evaluate it by its pattern, by consistency, by reciprocity, by direction, by what exists when hope is removed from the equation. Because real love should not require you to survive indefinitely on crumbs. You've been listening to Love Science Today. Until next time, stop measuring how strongly someone can make you feel. Start measuring how consistently they can show up, and never confuse being remembered with being chosen. Thank you for listening to Love Science Today. I hope this episode gave you something meaningful to think about. If you learned something, share it with someone who may benefit. Remember that love is not random. It is a pattern you can understand and choose with intention. Join me again for the next episode as we continue exploring the science and soul of real connection. Stay thoughtful, stay open. Take care of your heart.